Hey y'all, so welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for taking a minute to stop by. I hope you decide to stick around. I would love to have you here. So today I'm going to take you guys to Family Dollar. This was just one of those days where I just made a stop. I happened to be a couple of doors down, and when I left, I noticed that they had all the little carts outside. So I wanted to take a minute to stop by and kind of just check everything out, just to see how the shelves were looking at the store. So this entire cart is 50% off, and that's what stores do. Like after Halloween or after a holiday, they'll mark stuff down. And even though we don't celebrate Halloween, well, first I had to check out the gnomes because I like gnomes, but these deals were not good enough. Even though they were half off, it still was like a high price, and I wasn't going to pay for them because we really didn't need them. And for me, it wasn't like a good stock up price. Inflation is something else, y'all. So right here, these are also clearance item. They're just like curtains. So moving along down to this aisle, this is kind of just like the beauty aisle as well as the personal care items. So this is the feminine hygiene area. So I mean, there are a couple gaps right here, but overall it didn't look absolutely horrible, especially for a store this size. Right here, you're looking at both the brand and the name brand and like the store brand right here is a little bit more empty. So right here, you're looking at like the incontinence pads as well as the diapers. There are a couple of gaps, but still nothing that I find like too serious. They definitely have cases and bags of wipes right here, kind of just thrown around at the top, but you know, that's expected. The wipes look pretty good. There were a couple of empty spaces, but still nothing too crazy. I'm just trying to show you guys the prices as well. So the muscle pain area was kind of scarce to me. They did have quite a few gaps, quite a few empty spaces, looking at the Epsom salt as well. But the muscle relief and just the joint relief section was very skim. Moving along to the multivitamin section, the vitamin area, you can see several gaps and empty spaces. One thing that I think I did notice in this store is that a lot of like the brand names are staying on the shelf, whereas more of the name brand or non-name brand items were not on the shelves, and just I was seeing more gaps with those, I guess, the off-brand. So right here, you can tell the alcohol is completely out. And right here, this is the first aid section too, obviously. Definitely some empty spots, empty shelves. This is just like a random section of diapers. I figured they could be kind of clearanced out. That's one thing that I look for as like a clearance bargain shopper, but they were definitely full price. So this is like the cough and cold area. And as you can see, this is very scary if you have not stocked up. This is why it's good for people to prep and just always stay prepared, because we're on cold and flu season. They're calling it like the triple pandemic, I think, right now, because you have RSV as well as C-19 and regular cold flu season. And as you can see, even the kids' medications were running low if they were not completely out. The cough drops were above, and you can see what those look like. This is just a baby area, baby toys, cups, and they have, you know, just slim pickings when it comes to this. This is a baby food. They don't have a lot of baby food here. And it doesn't look like they have a lot of shelves, so I can't say that that's like short. Just showing you like the clothing that they have. These tags were clearance, and those were like the summer outfits for babies. Inventory that they haven't put up yet. And the cups and plates, this is what this area looks like. So I did notice this one area right here. Believe it or not, those were hefty cups, and they were pretty much almost out with the exception of the couple that you're seeing out there. But I think the reason for that was that it was on sale. That's one thing that sometimes you can run into that issue. An item might be completely out of stock just because it's on sale. This is like the personal care, the laundry. This palette had just came in, so I just wanted to take a little bit of footage of this and show you what this area looked like. I was trying to get there, but it was obviously blocking this entire area. So one thing I found interesting, although not surprising, is that they now have the little security sensors on laundry detergent, and it wasn't on the bleach, as you can see, and you can kind of see the areas that are missing the bleach. But I just found it interesting that it was on pretty much every single laundry detergent. It didn't matter the price. It didn't matter how expensive or inexpensive it was. This Tide right here is $4.10, and it even had a security tag on it. So it kind of just makes you think, and it just kind of shows the times that we're in. Even this right here, $3.90 for the Tide Pods. They also had it as well. So we are moving along to like the toilet tissue section. Of course, like the dollar and the less like the cheaper toilet tissue is completely out of stock, which is to be expected. Just a lot of empty shelves. I think they did have some brand names that were out as well. But the more bang for your buck, like the more tissue rolls that come for these prices, that was what's out of stock. You can see that it's pretty well stocked with the Scott and Charmin and the more, expensive brands right here. And as you can see a little bit further down, you can see a lot of the paper towels, mostly the brand names, are still on the shelves. So the pet food aisle, well, there were some gaps, and there are several gaps, you guys, between the cat food and the dog food. If you are new to prepping, just want to encourage you and really just, I don't want to scare anybody. This is not what I'm here to do. I just want to go ahead and really just put some emphasis on the importance of prepping for your pets and your animals. Of course, they can't prep for themselves, and there have been ongoing supply chain issues with pet food. Again, you may not know that if you are new to prepping. You may have seen gaps and maybe not thought anything of it, but now that you're into prepping, it's definitely more obvious to you, and you're catching things with your eye and paying more attention than you would have before. So I did notice that a lot of the non-name brand dog foods and cat foods were out of stock. People are getting what they can afford nowadays. So, empty shelves on bigger bags, even though, they're $10, the non-name brand are definitely going to go before the name brands do. So now is the time to go ahead and prep for your animals. Get whatever you think they may need. Even if they don't need it now, they may need it later. Whether that's, their little dog clothes, dog beds, puppy pads, whatever, kitty litter, just whatever you think they're going to need. Go ahead and get it for them. So of course I wanted to take a minute to look at some of like the pantry staples. So you'll see like the peanut butter here. You'll see like the mayonnaise. I had to check out the Duke's mayonnaise. Y'all, that doggone thing was $5.60. I already told y'all if it ain't Duke's, I don't want it, but that's insane. The Jif peanut butter is almost $7 in the store. The oodles and noodles, so the two shelves that you just saw, they were pretty much out of stock, besides a couple of packs of the chicken and a couple of packs of the beef. The noodle cups right here on this shelf, there were just slim pickings. I mean, they had a couple, but nothing, not a whole lot. Looking into the canned goods, it looks like they may have been on sale. They have your soups right here, almost $2.25. Well, not almost. They are $2.25. Some of the veggies right here that you're seeing, they have some on both name brand and non-name brand. You can see these are front facing right here. There's nothing behind the ones on the very top shelves, which is an ongoing issue as well. Looking right here at the pasta and the sauce. So I wanted to show you guys the clearance section, and it's just a small area right now. We're also coming up on the end of the video. Just wanted to take a minute to thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the snack/canned good area, so there are definitely holes here. Next will be the water. You are definitely seeing gaps here. This is not fully stocked. Make sure you're prepping and stocking water, because you never know what may happen.